All right, welcome everybody to the season finale of Springville Hot Ones. We are so fortunate to have Coach Martin here with us today. So, Coach Martin, what is your spicy tolerance? We'll start with that.
Not very good. Honey barbecue at Buffalo Wild Wings hits me from time to time. So this will be a season finale. I'm gonna guess for the ages. So enjoy.
Let's without further ado, let's jump right in. So we'll start. All right. As usual, we do have a couple different, actually one different sauce here in this round, but we'll start with the tried and true classic. Let's talk about what it's been like to be there for I don't even know how many years you've been at Springville, but
yeah, this is finishing my 13th year. When I first got hired, like I said, I started at the elementary and was able to get into some junior high coaching positions. And honestly didn't know much about small schools. I mean, I graduated from Sierra Prairie, so I've been in a big school all my life, and obviously we still live in the Prairie District, but have enjoyed every moment of it. I think there's a lot to be said for small schools. We're actually debating whether our kids maybe come out there when they're in junior high because of the ability to just have the opportunity to do a lot of different things. To see a lot of staff members come and go, that's been probably the most difficult part, I would say, with teaching at Springville, is you form a lot of bonds with teachers and even students for that matter. This senior class, which was even a little tougher, was my first kindergarten class. So, to see them grow up from, and that's one thing you get out of a small district, you get to see them grow up from little kindergartners all the way up to big seniors. So it's just been a lot of fun, and I don't anticipate it changing. So
jump to the next one, which is the pineapple habanero.
How much pineapple is in this pineapple?
I think if you like pineapple, I think you're gonna like this sauce.
Okay, so I don't.
How was the first one for you?
The first one wasn't bad. It's got a kick, obviously, but it's not. I haven't taken a drink. Let's put it that way. So, I mean, like I said, I'm not a fruit type person. So, hey, I'm 2 down, and I am not ready to take a drink. So I'm counting this as a win already. So, as will my wife. So I'm saving sauce for her to see how she can do it. So.
You are going to have dinner with 4 famous people, dead or alive. Who were those 4 people that you were going to choose?
Oh man, after watching the the last season, Michael Jordan's going to be on my top of my list. There's so many questions that I would have to ask him, and just after watching that, it just a lot of the stuff he said resonated from when I was a child. Chipper Jones would be on my top of my list. He's been an idol since 1990, so he's the reason I became a huge Braves fan. I just would like to pick his brain on a lot of different aspects of sports in general, and then now he's in the developmental league of the Braves organization, just trying to figure some of those things out. But one of the presidents, just to get, I think there's a lot of knowledge that you can gain from them, how they come up with some of those things, some of the laws and legislation that they try to pass and how that works, just to which is maybe, I guess, be a little different than what a lot of people would think I would say. I think my 4th one would be my dad's dad, my grandpa. I never actually saw him, and he passed away from cancer when, I want to say my dad was college age maybe. And just being able to hear some stories of my dad, I was able to hear stories of my mom when she was little from my grandparents, and my dad's mom's still around, but just to be able to have that, I guess, that family generation. And I'm Joseph from my mom's dad, and Dwight's my middle name from my dad's dad. So just to have some of that connection and be able to live some of those memories that they would have had together, to be able to then pass on stories to our grandkids, or their great grandkids, I guess. So.
Third sauce, Los Calientes.
So I am starting to feel it on the tip of my tongue a little bit, though, so it's getting there. We have reached the honey barbecue stage.
as being the football coach, what are you most proud of in your years as the head football coach?
I think it's building something that the kids can be proud of. You know, obviously every year we're going to have a group of kids graduate, and I think that's been the one thing that maybe I didn't realize as a head coach that was going to be as routine for a head coach. You know, when you go into it, you kind of think, well, yeah, I get to work with these guys for 4 years and then they'll still be there type of thing. Well, obviously every year they graduate, but then we have homecoming and we have different things, and they come back. They're still part of it. The 2 Hewlett boys are actually on the coaching staff now. It's just building that program where the kids are happy or proud to be a part of the Springville football program. And we've had 30 kids roughly out every single year, which before I got here, we had 15-ish, maybe pushing 20 kids out for football each year. I mean, they shared with Central City due to low numbers for several years too. And I just think that that's one thing that I can, you know, when you always say you're Oriole for life, I truly do believe that as part of the football program that, and we've even done like this because of quarantine, we did some films of the last 10 years that I was head coach of watching, and had about 5 or 6 guys every night get on from that year and just kind of reminisce. And I don't think you see that a lot from other programs.
Fire.
This one looks a lot spicier. Just smelling it is.
On a scale
of on there.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how picky would you say you are?
Oh, jeez. My wife would say 10 being picky. My wife would say about a 14. I'd like to say I'm probably an 8, maybe a 9. I'm bad. I mean, you've eaten lunch with me. It's that, and just how it looks, like it can't touch and stuff like that. I mean, it's some of that stuff. So yeah, the next 5 here are going to be, I think, a challenge. So using the hocking method of the fork, just because I don't want it on my hands, because I know I'm going to be rubbing my face here shortly. Well, yeah, a little bit there. Yeah, I'm going to have to probably jump into some better. Oh, wow. Yeah, you're not kidding. It jumps up. I'm not looking forward to the next 4 now. I was enjoying this conversation. It is drastically changed. I might have to go put it like a tank top on or something, but because this is going to get nasty.
Either your first memory of being at Springville, one of your favorite memories of being at Springville, or like favorite story.
Most memorable, was that one of the choices? My brain's starting to go now.
Yeah.
Most memorable, is that one of the choices? My brain's starting to go now.
Yeah.
Most memorable was the very first year we qualified for football playoffs ever. I mean, we had a team that was co-champions of the conference, and they only took 1 team per conference when that was going on. So it was the first ever playoff home game, and we did a little pep rally outside, like a tailgate outside the school, and everybody in town basically was there, family, friends, I mean everybody. And at that time we used to walk over from the football field, or from the school. We'd cross the little alleyway to the football field as a team. And so I went in and did our little pregame speech that we normally would do before we walk over. And we walked out, and the marching band was there, made a tunnel, and the entire community made a tunnel. And it felt like watching College Game Day and having everybody just, you know, cheering on the kids as we walked across the alleyway. And I would love to be able to have that opportunity again. Just, I think that's something that was, like I say, it was the kids that did it. They probably could talk to you about that, every moment of that entire walk over. And again, having the marching band playing the fight song as you walk out the front doors to the school, and having fans and family members just cheering you on. It was just by far the coolest experience that I think I've ever experienced as a player or as a coach, for sure. So this is about the same, or could be about the same.
I think it's way worse. What would be something that Community, staff, students would be surprised to learn about you.
Some people won't know another, but oh. That was like my voice cracking at the same time I was like saliva backup. And I'm surprised my voice hasn't cracked yet, but we got time. The first one would be, I think, that I love poetry. I took it in high school. We had a poetry class, and I wrote. I mean, I brought my poetry book that I did in high school to school. Miss Murphy thinks it's hilarious that I find that as a passion. Used to write poems to my wife when we were in high school all the time. I don't know if she has any still. From the other one, and I know some again would. It's hard to see it, but I don't know if you can really see. I burnt myself when I was like 2 years old on hot chocolate. Well, it wasn't. It was the water from the hot chocolate, but I was reaching up for something on the counter, and it was up there. And to be honest, my parents tell me I'm pretty lucky I didn't go blind, just from having hot water in it. Some of it trickled on my face and stuff, but luckily I didn't have any permanent. I have the one on my arm, but other than that. So every time we make hot chocolate here at home, I'm definitely it's on the top of my mind for sure. I'm not sure. That's what I told my wife. I'm too competitive to take this like little bit. So it is awful tasting. I don't know how you do that. Oh, there's the kick now. Oh. It's right in the back of your throat, too. Yeah, there it is. There's the bomb. Right in the back of the throat. It's in my eyes.
All right, what's your favorite restaurant?
Probably Buffalo Wild Wings.
Netflix or YouTube?
Probably Netflix, even though we've gotten more into YouTube lately.
Cake or pie?
Cake.
Bald or bleached blonde hair?
Bleached. It almost happened, and it still might. I have the materials for it.
Captain America or Iron Man?
Oh, my son would probably say Iron Man, but I'm going to go Captain America.
This one's for Miss Murphy. Best type of cheese?
Oh, gosh. Colby Jack.
Crispito or Fiestada pizza?
Probably Crispito.
Peanut butter M&Ms or slushies at school?
Peanut butter M&Ms by far.
Okay. Favorite TV show?
Go on. Friday Night Lights. I really enjoyed.
Favorite fruit?
Probably an apple. Honeycrisp apple.
LeBron or Michael?
Michael.
LeBron or Kobe?
I mean, I would guess probably Kobe based on championships.
Brady or Manning?
Well, Manning. You're welcome, Donovan.
Pancake or waffle?
Pancake.
I already know the answer to this. Pineapple on pizza? Question mark?
Oh, no. Never.
How do you like your steak cooked?
Medium well.
Subway or Jimmy John's?
Jimmy John's. A plain number 6. Turkey and cheese, that's it.
Hot dog or sandwich, yes or no?
I'd probably say yes because of the bun, but I could be swayed either way.
Told you, Mr. Stahl. Is cereal soup?
I'd say no, but based on, maybe it was my sister that I was having this debate on, but I'd say no.
Favorite hobby?
Golf. Actually, I would say now golf because both kids are really getting into it and we want to get going, so golf.
Coke or Pepsi?
Pepsi.
Favorite vegetable?
Celery.
superpower if you could have one?
Probably to be invisible. I feel nauseous, so you may get fireworks still.
The last dab.
Oh. No. Oh. No. That tastes awful. Oh, this is not getting good.
We're bringing back a segment here on this question. Explain that photo.
So I used to have, and maybe that's one of the pictures still coming up. I used to have a bowl cut, a very I mean, it was a bowl cut, and that was huge when I was in high school. Junior year of high school, we dyed our hair for state baseball, and the things you do for your girls in life, and your wives and your girlfriends, mine liked it. So that's why it got kept. And she was actually the one that always dyed it. She was my hairstylist. So
We're gonna dye it again.
yeah, my daughter wants it to be dyed again. So maybe that would have been a good segue for the Hot Ones to have it dyed on here. But
Here at Springville Hot Ones, we've made we had a budget increase, and so we decided to purchase a new sauce, which is it's called Mad Dog 357. I have not tried this one. I actually am a little nervous about this one.
well, come on, it's the season finale. I mean, I haven't thrown up yet. I've made it all the way through.
True. All
Barrett's
right.
not going to let us live this down. Eastburn won't let us live this down. Trina, Saul. This is for everybody that's done this. And I
Yeah.
get to be the guinea pig, unfortunately. But I
I've
haven't thrown up yet. So,
Season finale.
yeah.
Fourth quarter.
I mean, you're not doing this again until next year, right?
Right. Until season 2.
Oh. Yeah, it's building in the back of my throat a little bit. She's building as my saliva builds. There's nobody that's going to believe that I did what I just did. Nobody's going to believe it.
No, they're going to be.
You're going to think I faked the entire thing.
I think.
Oh, there's a little kick. Sitting a lot different than it's building still. Probably not.
That was.
Okay, something's hit me, and I.
Really?
Okay, something's hit me, and I.
Oh, the taste is awful. Oh my god. Oh man.
All right. Last question. What is something that is on your bucket list?
I'm having a hard time. Keep it down now. I'm having a hard time. Keep it down now. I mean, at this point in my life, it's probably involved in taking my family somewhere, kind of giving. Oh, man. Giving some of those memories. My mom's mom and dad lived down in Florida in a timeshare, and we went down to Disney World, and we did those types of things. So giving my kids maybe those experiences. I know that's kind of I don't know, I guess I'm getting too old for my age type of thing for my bucket list to be, but to just kind of, I don't know, give those relationships or those experiences that I had when I was little to my kids. I was on a plane when I was like 4 months old. My wife wasn't on a plane until she was 8th grade, I think, something like that. So just to be able to have those experiences with my family, I guess, because I know how like I say, I didn't get to see my parent or my dad's dad. My kids barely got to see much of my wife's dad because he passed away from cancer. Those types of things. I think my bucket list is just to allow my kids to experience a lot with me and with my wife, to have those memories of their parents before and their grandparents before it's kind of too late, I guess. Kind of an emotional speech, but maybe it's the sauce. I don't know.
Well, congratulations. You made it all the way through. I think
it's going to be a boring season finale.
Myself and everyone is like probably the most shocked we've been all quarantine that you made it all the way through this. So as
effects, though, that's for sure. I'm feeling the effects.
So this episode will air on the last day of school, or what would have been the last day of school, or so obviously leave if there's anything you want to send down, anything you have that you want to say. Floor is open.
Yeah, I would say, the big thing, and I've talked, those people that have been around, especially on the football team, hear me say it, you never know what day is going to be your last day. I think a lot of our seniors kind of thought, go to spring break and we'll be back to normal, and we'll have our senior year of track and your senior year of golf and soccer and all those things that we would have had our last of. You just never know when it can be your last of anything. So you never know what day is going to be the day that you don't get to do whatever you wanted to do, and make the most of it. That's one thing I really enjoyed with quarantine this summer, or this spring, is being able to hang out with my family and do a lot of things that we just get so busy to do and don't take those, and aren't allowed to have those moments of enjoyment with our kids and our family. So take every moment that you can, just because you never know. Goodness, that's the sauce, not my emotion. Well, it's probably a little bit of both, but you just never know when it's going to be your last, so make the most of it.